Welcome back to the Headline Roast. It's Monday, April 14th. If you made it through the weekend without starting a trade war or rebooting your dating app, you're already ahead of several world leaders. Today's headlines include gold hoarding, Elon raging, and Coachella doing whatever the opposite of subtle is. Buckle up, your dopamine and disbelief are about to collide. Subscribe now and join the Roast fam. We roast the headlines so you can have fun when you commute or sound smart at brunch. Without doom-scrolling 5 papers or paying $8 for hot takes, new episodes every weekday and weekend. Story 1. Trump pauses tariffs. Markets celebrate like it's free ice cream. Trump just hit pause on tariffs for 90 days. Basically the economic equivalent of yelling time out. During a bar fight, markets immediately responded with a 9% sugar rush. Traders celebrated like they found a stimulus check under their Bloomberg terminal. Tech surged. Popped. Even your cousin's meme stock portfolio looked like it knew what it was doing. One CNBC anchor reportedly cried tears of joy into their ring light. But here's the catch. The pause is temporary, and uncertainty is permanent. It's like giving Wall Street a cupcake while your house is still on fire. Fun for now, but the smoke is real. Some economists are hopeful, others are hoarding coffee. Everyone else is just trying to make sense of a week that started with tariffs and ended with Beyoncé memes. Story 2. Supreme Court orders Trump to reverse deportation mistake. The U.S. Supreme Court just told Trump, yeah, you're going to want to hit undo on that one. Turns out, Kilmer Abrego Garcia, Maryland resident, was wrongly deported to El Salvador. Not because of crime or fraud, just some good old-fashioned bureaucratic chaos. The court ruled the deportation violated due process and basic logic. It's like accidentally kicking someone out of your house and realizing it was your landlord. Now the administration has to bring him back. No ghosting allowed. Legal experts are calling it a win for the Constitution. Trump supporters are calling it deep state sabotage. And Garcia? He's probably wondering what day it is and why airfare is still so expensive. Reminder. Immigration systems need checks, balances, and fewer oops. All errors. Moments. Story 3. Elon Musk blames psychos for Tesla vandalism, then goes off script. Elon Musk is mad again. And this time, it's not about rocket delays or people pronouncing X wrong. Multiple Teslas were vandalized last week, mashed windows, spray paint, total mess. Musk went online and called the vandals psychos, which is
fair.
But then he suggested the acts were part of trans violence, a claim with no supporting evidence and all the controversy. Critics called it reckless. Supporters said he's just asking questions. And Tesla's PR team is currently hyperventilating into a cloth shopping bag. Meanwhile, the FBI is investigating the vandalism as potential domestic terrorism. Musk doubled down, saying Tesla's values were under attack. Also unclear what those values are. It's classic Elon, part whistleblower, part wildfire, and always trending. Because when you're the richest man on earth, there's no such thing as an off switch. Story 4. Gold hits $3,200 as everyone panics their way to precious metals. Gold just hit $3,200 an ounce, and the only thing shinier is the sweat on your financial advisor's forehead. Why? Because when the economy plays musical chairs, gold becomes the couch no one wants to leave. With markets volatile and central banks mumbling like sleep-deprived podcasters, investors are panic buying precious metals like it's Black Friday at Fort Knox. One Redditor even posted a meme. In gold we trust. In crypto we hope. Mining stocks are spiking. ETFs are flying. And somewhere, a guy who owns 3 bars of gold in a shoebox just became emotionally invincible. Experts say this is a hedge. Critics say it's anxiety with a price tag. And Gen Z says, can I trad gold for concert tickets? Either way, the economy is on edge, and gold is having its golden moment. Story 5. AI prank replaces crosswalk voices with Musk and Zuckerberg. Some genius or maniac hacked California crosswalk systems last weekend and replaced the usual walk commands with generated voices of Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. Yes, you heard that right. You're waiting to cross the street, and suddenly Elon is lecturing you about free speech. This prank hit 13 crosswalks across Palo Alto and Menlo Park. Musk's voice reportedly said things like, "Proceed with greatness," while Zuck's reportedly whispered, "You are now part of the metaverse." Nightmare fuel. The city's disabled the systems after complaints, confusion, and someone filming a TikTok pretending to get life advice from Zuckerberg. Officials are calling it unauthorized tampering. The rest of us are calling it performance art. Police are investigating. Tech brothers are applauding. And your mom is just wondering why the sidewalk is talking to her. Story 6. ECB in Canada consider rate cuts. Global anxiety intensifies. The European Central Bank and the Bank of Canada just slid into your Monday with some very familiar energy. We're not panicking, but we're definitely doing something. Both institutions are now signaling potential rate cuts, citing global slowdown and ongoing trade chaos. Translation: things are weird, and money needs to move faster. Canada's housing market is creaking like a haunted ski lodge. In Europe is juggling inflation, tariffs, and whatever Italy is doing right now. Officials say these are measured interventions. Analysts say it's more like throwing espresso shots at a wildfire. And investors? They're watching it all with a cocktail in one hand and a gold bar in the other. The global economy is a group project right now. Unfortunately, everyone's waiting for someone else to take the lead. Story 7. Sony hikes PlayStation prices by 25% due to tariffs. Brace your wallets. Sony just announced a 25% price hike on PlayStation consoles, and everyone is rage quitting their cart at checkout. The culprit? Tariffs. Again. The PS5 will now cost more than a round-trip flight to a city you'll never visit. Sony says it's out of their hands. Gamers say it's out of control, and scalpers, they're just quietly raising their own prices to match. Social media is ablaze with memes, petitions, and one guy offering to trade 2 kidneys for a digital edition. Tariff trickle-down is reland. Now it's reached your loading screen. Meanwhile, Nintendo's just sitting there like, we've been overpriced this whole time. Welcome. Story 8. Treat culture and practical fashion lead 2025 lifestyle trends. Let's talk. 2025 lifestyle. Treat culture is still thriving. Micro joys, indulgent snacks, and skincare routines that cost more than rent. But now it's being paired with practical fashion. Yep, Parkas are back. Big, puffy, storm-resistant coats with enough pockets to smuggle snacks, secrets, and maybe a small dog. People are dressing like they're prepping for a stylish blizzard in April. It's cozy, utilitarian, and quietly rebellious. Because what says I'm done with chaos like a weatherproof shell and overpriced balsamic vinegar? This trend is less about vanity, more about survival with flair. Basically, we're all anxious, but we want to look cute while bracing for impact. Story 9. The Last of Us Season 2 drops, and everyone's crying again. HBO just dropped Season 2 of The Last of Us and, yes, you're about to be emotionally drop-kicked into oblivion. Joel and Ellie return in a post-apocalyptic drama that somehow feels less bleak than today's news. 5 years after that controversial decision, tensions are higher than Pedro Pascal's fan base thirst levels. The show is visually stunning, narratively brutal, and morally confusing. Viewers are crying, gamers are arguing, and the internet is already compiling trauma montages. It's prestige TV meets heartbreak boot camp. If Season 1 destroyed you, Season 2 buries the pieces with ceremony. Don't say we didn't warn you. Story 10. Coachella 2025 opens with Gaga, foam pits, and goat chaos. Coachella is back. It's louder, shinier, and weirder than ever. This year's headliners? Lady Gaga, Green Day, Post Malone, and your existential dread. Blackpink's Lisa and Jennie performed solo sets. Travis Scott stage-dived into a foam pit. And Kendall Jenner hosted a private tequila rave for influencers and at least one emotional support goat. Attendees are calling it surreal. Locals are calling it noisy. The internet is calling it peak 2025. One security guard reportedly asked, "Is this a festival or an AI hallucination?" The answer? Yes, brain teaser. Answer to the Weekend Edition's teaser Q. If Trump and Elon meet in a private room with 2 cameras, 3 NDAs, and 12 Diet Cokes, how many billionaires does it take to change a democracy? A. Just want a few let 'em buy the platform where democracy lives, meme it into chaos, then claim it's free speech. Today's new brain teaser. Q. What word becomes longer when you remove a letter from it? Hint, it's not Congress. But it might still pass for logic in 2025. That's your Monday headline roast. Like, comment, and subscribe because whether it's gold prices, goat raves, or Ellen's Twitter feed, someone's got to make sense of the madness, or at least laugh at it. New episodes drop every weekday and weekend. See you tomorrow, Roast Fam.